let you know. You'll be the first person I tell when it's downloaded.
Danganronpa.
Oh, this intro is so loud. I haven't messed with tech my whole life. Since I couldn't hold a screwdriver, I was taking stuff apart. I certainly can be troublesome looking through the traces, the part I hate the most. Oh, you've messed with tech your whole life since you couldn't hold a screwdriver. Oh, okay, okay. Dude, circuit boards are like the one thing beyond me. Yeah, Neen, who is in the room with me right now, if y'all want to say hi, mistress, is 90% of you call her, Boggle, makes circuit boards. Don't you have circuit boards that are in space? Am I allowed to, possibly? Huh? Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's a... Alright. Yeah, she's got circuit boards that are, not on this world she designed. Or built. Something like that. So, anytime circuit boards. Currently learning how to set up and use IDE, Visual Studio Code. Not Visual Studio because it's only Macs. Oh, in this house we respect women. Yes. That is true. I thought that was a given, but you know how it is. I'm not gonna say anything more about that because I realize that's a quick slope to something not nearly as fun. Let's do this class trial. So, all I know about this class trial is it's going to be long. Loud burp, one sec. Don't want to burp into the mic. Because that's incredibly rude. There it is. It was a fake out. Okay. I'm self-taught. It's not taken very seriously when I say that I stick to the more physical side of tech support, but more power to you. Hey, dude, Andy. Self-teaching yourself anything like that. That's impressive. Don't discount that. That's a feat in and of itself. So, 100% good shit. I know how to build computers. That's about it. Agreed, streamer.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
On the Danganronpa.
So, your votes will determine the results.
There was not a lot of info yesterday, and I kind of went over some of the stuff after work today, just to make sure I knew it. Still probably going to forget most of it. So, I apologize in advance.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Welcome, welcome. How's your day been, man?
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
Oh boy, we have to prove why this is a really weird case. Got nice hot cocoa prepared just for this. I have a Coke open. I'm probably gonna have to have another one by the time this class trial is over.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Well, I'm guessing it's the 16th student.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
He's starting off strong, guys.
No, that's a ghost.
Hero.
But she has legs and stuff.
Hungry plus paralyzing day? What is paralyzing day?
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Hero, I don't think that's how ghosts work.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Thank you, Byakuya.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
I can't. This is actually
And
part
let's
of it?
compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
I actually have to prove this for him.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Kyoko's piercing glare, Kyoko's gloves, Kyoko's face. I'm gonna go with it's her gloves.
I got it!
Where you
I'm
sit too
talking
long.
about her gloves.
Gotcha.
They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Damn, Byakuya.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
That's a lot of X's.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
Hold on, Clone. I'm looking at what you got. Wait, did you paint all the Star Wars stuff? Tanks, of course. You have to have tanks. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, I know I said that we're going on to it, but I really wanted to see what Clone has painted. Other half soon, TM. Can Hero die? I kind of hope so. It's only 7 at the end, by the way. Huh? Oh, 7 X's. Okay.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Who's counting? There's no way that corpse was Kyoko, but if I can prove why, if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here, and that case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to. Kidding me? Why can't we muzzle Hero? Tattoo on the right hand, exploded body analysis, fake nails. It's gonna be the tattoo.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
So I don't think it's the tattoo on the right hand. Soon I may post the horrifying graveyard in chaos that is my work desk. Most of my desk is just covered in cans I need to throw away. Or recycle. Recycle. My bad. Recycle. I know the body isn't Kyoko and I can prove it. Well, I'm thinking the tattoo on the right
Kyoko there
hand.
is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Okay, wasn't wearing. Let's
They
fuck with
got
this.
burnt up in the explosion.
Okay.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
She must have been wearing
This entire
gloves.
discussion is idiotic.
Tattoo on the right hand. There's 2 places. It's the gloves were burnt up in the explosion. I mean, the fact that Kyoko's.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
This is idiotic. I agree.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Most of it's just boxes and yeah.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
You're right.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Oh no, she wasn't.
Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
One of
This
these.
entire discussion is idiotic.
Is it the fake nails? Do you think, or
That Kyoko
the
there
exploded
is
body
just a
analysis?
Impossible.
ghost. Okay, then prove it.
Because
Prove
the
she's not
analysis
a
we have.
ghost.
You think fake
The
nails?
dead
I'll go
body
fake nails.
wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she
Yeah,
was
why
wearing
wear gloves?
before the explosion?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Yep. Good
no,
call.
that's wrong.
I mean, there were so many reasons.
No, There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
Yep.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Okay.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
That's a good point, too.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Hero. Yeah, long fake nails, sorry.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
It was clearly Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, hiding somewhere in the academy, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
So you ordered a pair of gloves. That's all that means.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Yeah, you had tailored gloves. What a I'm sorry, but what a bitchy way to say. I got custom gloves. I got custom tailored gloves. Not bitchy. Not bitchy. I don't think bitchy's the right word. Pompous. Pompous is a better way to say that.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
SA word batting shit right there. Yeah, I'll stick with pompous.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Hello, Melvin.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Oh boy. Make your argument. Sprinklers, exploded body analysis, it's gonna be the tattoo.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
You must acquit.
then who died?
Yeah, that's a good rhyme.
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
No, face. Listen, Taylor. Listen to the words. All right, let's use our brains, guys.
If
Do
Kyoko
not monkey
really
brain,
is
thank you.
still alive,
We will not monkey
then
brain.
who died?
It's the O.J. Simpson defense.
There's
Oh
gotta be
my
some way to
god.
figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Agreed on that.
And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Okay, it's gonna be tattoo on the right hand, identifying the body.
If Kyoko really is still
You're glad
alive,
Hina's still alive? Hina
Then who
is
died?
a great character.
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there
Come
wasn't
on.
any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
There you go.
No, that's wrong.
Objection!
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
I don't understand why Fireworks Hair is still alive. He's like a C-tier character. Also, anyone got a timestamp for the Yaoi? 1 hour into the stream that's titled... yes, it's this one, or something like that. I'm still here for that reason. Hina still lives. He's literally the easiest person. Yeah, all these things make sense. Both of those things make sense, even though they're completely unrelated.
What? For real?
Yes, the tattoo.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
That's
She's just being
sus.
stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
He's the ultimate fortune teller, so I mean... When Hina dies, I will lose interest. Fair.
The key to figuring out who it was
Same.
is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
And so, I mean, being the ultimate clairvoyant, he also only has a 30% success rate.
Her
It's a
master
wolf.
must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Toko is just like, I am gonna be horny 1000% of the time, but it can only be through putting myself in a boot-licking position. I have no energy to be weirded out by Toko. It seemed logical.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Thank you, Byakuya.
Oh, really?
If you can compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should be clear. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile.
I got it!
There you go. Hey, Tandy.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps.
Need to
That's the name
cage
of the
that
military
guy,
group
Toko.
Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad
Take your time.
would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Are you kidding? Wolf. Wolf. You're good. Wolf. It's Wolf. Come. Is this a joke? Is this a Did it have me play
No, I
Hangman
understand.
where it gave me 2 letters?
The representation of
Oh.
Fenrir is a
A
wolf.
wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
That anatomy just does not work out in my mind.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo.
Is the game getting easier?
Then that means...
No. No, it's definitely not. I'm just getting luckier.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
There's luck?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right.
No, there's not luck. I'm just saying, like the first trial, I was able to tell everyone, and the second one kind of, to a degree, the second one, and in parts, like the third one, very early on, I could go, this is what happened. Yeah, and we are the ultimate lucky student. But, with this one, like, I got no idea what's going on. I'm just putting together the clues a little faster as they come up.
Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? Now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the
Oh, I agree
mastermind.
with, yeah,
at all.
100% Billy. If there was some randomized kill order, that would make it kind of hard, I think.
But I mean,
But yeah, it would be
being
cool.
the
It'd be neat.
ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the
Thank
first
God for
place.
Baya.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Yeah, but I don't think the story overall would work out as well. That's kind of what they did with the Zero Escape games.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Okay. Patting yourselves on the back, Chunsoft. I get it.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
There was an old Vita game where each chapter of the game would randomize the betrayer is. Oh, that's actually really cool. That must be hard as hell to come up with a storyline, though.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
One sec. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, cool. One sec. Philly is wild tonight. Why is he trying to set it on track? Never mind. Yeah, he's getting bored of the whole who knows what's going on. Okay, we're in the middle of a class trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. What if they just refuse? That actually happens. Billy, in the first trial, somebody refused to do it, and they were impaled by like 15 spears from the sky.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Oh, man.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
It's based. I mean, it's mandatory if you don't want to die.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Oh, that is true. She did die because she also attacked Monokuma.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Soybean, I am so sorry, and that is why I do not make a schedule without looking at Rate My Professor.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Oh boy.
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Oh boy. Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me.
Or us. They could also blame it on us.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko,
You think
Hina,
it's
and
us?
I were in the gym the entire time.
That's not possible, Mike, because I just don't think that's possible.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis...
What's up? Hold on. Yeah, as I said, Philly's wild tonight. You think it's us? What the fuck? Why is Baya always there before the kill? Does he have a nightly routine of searching the entire school? He went there because he knew Hiro was gonna be there when he found Monokuma's body. So he went there to find Hiro, and there was no body. Could the bear be a student? That's an interesting idea. Jill was the one who discovered the body. Also true, but I will be very safe. Don't worry. Not gonna go out anywhere. Jill can't stand the sight of blood, and Toko only kills with a pair of scissors. With, like, special scissors. In our trance state, we were attacked and lost consciousness. I struggle to believe that one, like. All of what you say is, before I said alibi is the only one without alibis.
Are me
Here you go.
and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
After 7:30.
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
So as soon as nighttime started.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get the pickaxe.
That was at 9.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
This great flashback. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot right now. Okay, go get the pickaxe, me back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Oh yeah, clone, seeing Chihiro's photo makes you sad? Any reason for that? They do go out off at 7:30, that is correct. I don't know, man.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
We sleepwalked, sleep murdered. That could be a possibility. I don't think Spike Chunsoft is gonna write something so simple. The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Overlord. They don't know they're the main character, but try Overlord. It's kind of like that.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took
Is
place
Gintama
somewhere
like that?
between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
We'll do the sprinklers. All I know about Gintama is my friend Danny gave the show, he dropped the show and gave it like a 5 out of 10 because he didn't like it on Mal. And somebody contacted him on Mal, giving him all the reasons that why he didn't like the show was wrong and why he had to finish the show because the show was the greatest thing ever. Despair. Hello, Z. What do we got? Hold on. Zemon lad, thank you for the follow. Holy shit. Much appreciated. I'm gonna call you Zeman. Z-Mon Lad. That's gotta be it. Sounds like 90% of Shonen fans. That's very true. Only Shonen I watch is Bleach.
We've established a
Lad?
time frame for the murder.
Oh.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
I'll call you Zuman.
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
That's good.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that
How you doing
time.
tonight?
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
What? Oops.
Shoot!
Clocks be like, yeah.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah,
Oh boy,
from
here we
10
go.
o'clock to 7:30.
Exploded body analysis.
That's more than enough
Sprinklers.
time to commit murder, I should think.
What does he say? Bleach is a good
So,
anime?
Makoto,
It
if
is.
you have any objections, now would be the time.
It gets a little edgy at points, but it's like, there's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. So help me, I know the thing. It's the sprinklers. Thinking about it, the corpse was almost totally dry, in which case I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've established a time frame
Didn't
for the
I?
murder. It took place somewhere between 10
Oh.
o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't
Thank
have
you.
an alibi for most of that time.
Because that would have
Yeah,
taken
from
a while.
10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay. I don't trust chat anymore. Trusting chat was foolish. I see what type of person we're dealing with. We inch closer to the age of Josu. That's in 53. Imagine trusting chat. Yeah.
Shoot!
Foolish. I should know better. Trust me. Okay. We will trust Andy. But, you know, even then,
We've established a time
it's gotta
frame
be
for
the
murder.
sprinklers. Let's do sprinklers against
It
BI.
took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at
Why would it...
That's wrong.
Why would it be... Okay, I feel like that
Actually,
one's weak.
The murder
but that's
couldn't
fine.
have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Okay, that actually makes sense. I'll take that. I'll accept this. I am the fool.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Because we threw water on the body because it exploded.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Yo, careful, Zuman. You're gonna be on par with fucking Toko at this rate.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Yo, Toko's
What do
freaking
you
out.
mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Chill.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. The water bucket. Agreed. Agreed. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Oh, well, we're not gonna have to... Okay.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no!
Wow, that just...
How can you say
This should prove it.
That was easy. All you have to do is hit Toko with the belt. Holy fuck.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
She needs the sneeze already. Go into fucking her final form.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Hold on. Cool.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
What?
I'm so sick of her.
Someone say why the bottom was just stop.
Let's just move on.
Thank you. Oh shit! You have your own friggin' penguin? Okay, hold on. That's an evil penguin. We only have happy, nice penguins here. And a samurai penguin. We're the penguins of goodness and niceness. The yaoi are... Oh, don't bring up the yaoi. Yaoi's not real. I don't know what yaoi is.
The reason only the top half was wet was because...
I spilled water on it. Yaoi doesn't exist. True.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers
Beanies
really
were...
didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place
After 7:30.
sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, she blew up. What were we supposed to do? Leave her on fire?
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Or moved.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
This trial is legit a clock. I'm very curious to see what that means. But don't tell me. That's a 9? Kyoko is the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Makuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd just like to say one thing.
Go for
if
it,
you
Kyoko.
vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
What?
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I
Oh.
have no reason
Oh.
to kill anyone.
Okay, then they would have killed all of us. I don't know why... Jeez, the way they said that. Excuse me, yeah, excuse me, baby girl, what are you saying? Help! What does that mean? Kyoko holds the plot hostage. We can't do anything without her. You'd advise a save marker here? You know, I will trust TND. Out of everyone here, I'm gonna trust it's gonna be TND. Two people, TND and Boom. Boom crashed like 85% of the time. There's two routes this goes. Okay, so we've saved the game. We have a whole new save. We're gonna do something I did for Persona 5 and 4, which is all the way down at the bottom save slot. You make another save game. Don't trust the VIPs who's literally played the game. No, it's not. I'm trusting TND. Well, hold up, Mike. Calm down there. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Oh, Clone, why would I do that? That seems foolish.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
Okay.
Trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame
You are the
me?
entire circus. Yes. Yes.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Oh no, Mike. Do I?
Huh? She did?
I hire the clowns. I provide the circus.
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
No.
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
You call dibs on being the strongman? Okay. We'll give you one of those hammers, and then like the little tower with the bell. There's one end that's a dead end, and the other continues. I guess I want the one that continues.
So, that was her motive?
Dio's the ringleader. I swear to God, if I see Dio in this game, I'm losing it.
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then,
Jackhammer for Ace
I
Attorney.
think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I think we have to play Ace Attorney after all of this. I must be involved. No, we're talking about how I'm not the clown. I'm the entire circus.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Baby girl, what?
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
She does have a point.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Shit. A certain something at the seam is used to it's the tarp.
I got it!
Okay.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
Yes, Soybean owns the circus.
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
Can't have a circus without a bean.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Yeah, the body would be soaked and then covered in like fuzzy paper then. For real.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Why? Because there should be blood on it.
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Kyoko. Fetus bean. I mean, it's just a human being. Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Why was the tarp not bloody? I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. She did just do us dirty. In front of the boys. Do us dirty in front of their squad. Body before the explosion?
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
Okay.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Mm-hmm.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Easy.
No, that's wrong.
Objection.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Think about all that blood.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
Then both sides would be clean.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
Thank you, Hero.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
Interesting.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
That's a good point, Hero.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's
Oh.
not what happened this time.
Here. The hospital. Hero's slowly becoming the new Hifumi in my mind. He's worse.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh? Oh, the chicken.
I got it! Could
It's
it have
chicken
been
blood.
Chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder,
The
there
fucking
were 5
chicken.
chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? And then covered the body with its blood?
Yes.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Hina. Hina. They're using... You murdered... Someone murdered someone!
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
Okay.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
Ah, that's a good
The
point.
ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
It was
Wait.
backwards.
No, the head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping. What settles what?
Hina's like, please explain this.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
Okay.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Oh no.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Kyoko.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Is he wearing a hat? Hold on. Oh my god, they're wearing a witch hat. I love it.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
The witch hat one, you have to use channel points to edit an already existing emote. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
Yeah, why you do this?
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin.
50-50 odds.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No.
No, not that.
There you go.
I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there.
Amazing.
Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
That's the worst possible
According to the
idea,
Monokuma
fireworks.
file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
You mean when you guys gave it to me?
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Is that a pumpkin eating the guy? Or him sitting in a pumpkin? Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
Oh boy. Yeah, penguin. A pumpkin surrounding a penguin. Can't be sure of what happened last night. I thought maybe if I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed.
Oh boy.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
You sure it's not 30%? Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Oh boy. This guy's dead body, exploded body analysis, fragments near the dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Ugh.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Yeah?
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before,
Then?
that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her. Right?
Oh, no, it's
So
not.
there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
It's
What a
not.
horrible
It's the,
man you are, Makoto.
We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means the knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's gotta be, what,
It's
exploded
the
body
same one
analysis?
we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid.
I thought it'd be Monokuma file, but this is
If he
fine.
did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically
Oh, I hope
makes
this is
me the
right, because if
killer?
it's not, it's so...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Okay. Yeah, I see. So what you're saying is I have absolutely no idea.
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once,
Oh
that
boy.
automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Is it really only those two things? The coat was put on after the tarp was removed, which means the knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
I'll just use this guy's dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Yes.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it!
Hero, if you say it, it's
Just
automatically
because
false.
I had the knife once?
That's how that works.
That automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
Hero.
No,
Shush.
don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In
Yes.
other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. Monokuma file. Right? Literally.
I got
That's it. Yeah.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Fireworks is huge, Smooth Brain.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
The one of Jill flying or the one of the corpse? I'm gonna assume you mean the one of flying Toko, yeah.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden?
Those
like that?
fragments are part of the bomb.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you.
Oof.
I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Hero. Was Virtue's Last Reward written by this point? When did this game come out? (2012). 2010. Way before. So, this is a huge part of Virtue's Last Reward. That's why I'm asking.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Just like Alice going, oh yes, that 25-digit number? Here's the third square of the sixth root. There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Fragments near the body.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
Yes,
That
it was a bomb.
fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Bakabai. Bakabai, babe.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Yes.
It's part of a bomb.
Thought he said a bong. I'm like, where the fuck did they get a bong?
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the The culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
Oh yeah, last stream we ended up dismantling Monokuma.
They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury, so
Buttery
that we'd
bongs.
suspect Makoto.
Ugh.
And the only one who would benefit from that
I know what you mean. Bakabai.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Because we found him lying around, so we figured why not dismantle him.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me.
Lead pipe.
What really killed her?
Bia? Bakubia? Baya? Bakabai? Yeah, but Bakabai is... it just rolls off the tongue. Way better than Baka... Actually, no, Bakabia works. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
Worry not, I'm smooth-brained.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Sonya. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. The Monokuma file mentioned the pipe. That's a Danganronpa 2 thing we wouldn't get. I think it was a pipe, yeah.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Sure.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
What?
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover-up, and all the other wounds on her body weren't fresh, which only leaves...
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Thank you for the follow, Peachy Milk Tea.
The victim's fatal injury
Hope you're having a good
has
night.
yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to
It's
the
definitely
Monokuma
Celeste.
file, that's gotta be it.
Oh, I
There was
forgot about
evidence
that. Yeah, that's a good
showed
point.
She was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife wound was a cover-up, and all the other wounds in her body weren't fresh, which only leaves... It's the...
Then, shall we continue the debate?
I'm trying to think about how I want to
The
disprove
victim's
this.
fatal injury has yet
Let's
to
grab
be
this.
determined, correct?
Victim's
The
fatal
explosion
injury.
didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
Correct.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file,
Hold on.
that's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
They said only one earlier. No, they mentioned that she had countless wounds over her entire body. God damn it.
Then,
Oh,
shall we
I
continue
see.
the debate?
That's a good point. I'm gonna try that
victim's
actually,
fatal injury has yet to be determined.
because that's
correct?
not a fatal
The
injury.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
That was a fatal. I mean, that didn't kill her.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
We agree with that.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma
I'm really bad at
file,
figuring out what's supposed to
that's
contradict.
gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Yes, and then
And more than that,
none of these were fatal. These are
the
because she was a
victim had
soldier.
suffered
Countless wounds across her entire body.
Damn it. What do you think? There's some mistake lurking when I said?
Shoot!
Anything one more time? There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to
Fuck.
be determined, correct?
Good, it's not
The
fatal
explosion
injury.
didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well,
Save.
yeah.
Okay. Good point. Well, I can't. There is no saving at this point.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other
They do
thing.
get salty.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Yeah. The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. Agreed. Which only leaves...
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that
She
showed
was
she
hit
was
in
hit
the
on
back
the
of her
back
head.
of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
What the hell? I think there's something running up my leg. I think it was just like a nerve. Monokuma is a robot, yes.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Oh, I didn't even right
And
click.
it wasn't because of the knife,
Okay,
right?
well that's
And
sucks.
then there's only one other thing.
What if
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file,
what if I
that's gotta
take
be
this?
it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Yes.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
God damn it. What, do you think it's a mistake lurking in there? So instead of working at class tonight, I instead worked on Memorize Bakumi Tai, and it's going well. Oh, you're gonna do a
Then shall
karaoke
we
version?
continue the debate?
That'd be great.
The victim's fatal injury has
I'm gonna
yet
listen
to,
to
be
it one more
determined,
time
correct?
through.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Not
Well,
not gonna
yeah.
focus on the
She
other
was
things,
already
just gonna
totally
listen.
dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover of all the other ones weren't fresh. On the timer's paused. Rub the gray cells T. You can do this. I can still think Monokuma file countless wounds. I thought.
Then
I'm gonna
shall
try
we
this again
continue the
because I
debate?
obviously had to do something wrong.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
All right,
correct?
victim's fatal
The
injury.
explosion
I
didn't
didn't.
kill her for sure.
I clicked on the
guess.
purple one, but it's fine.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then
So let's use
there's
it.
only one other
Let's
thing.
just what's the
Oh,
victim
yeah.
fatal injury is. I thought I did this already.
According to the Monokuma file,
I'm gonna go back in the VOD and look at
that's
one
gotta
point.
be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I did do that, so I'm dead now.
Shoot!
Redeemed God override. You didn't. That's not even close. Failed. Alright, it's me. We've already come to the end of the debate where the class trial is officially adjourned, and now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. Good, yeah, good thing we saved. Although we found out, it would appear that the one with the most votes is Makoto. However, Makoto is not the black and too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Just for testing? What do you say? Want to give it another shot? Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
You can just kind of say, I don't want to die. And then you can keep going. See, that's a lot more convincing. But it's not even close to the same.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Victim's fatal
The explosion didn't
injury.
kill her for sure.
Right?
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I did 1B,
And more
but
than
it
that,
should have been... Yes.
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Oh my god. I just... What if I did it reversed?
Then, shall we continue the debate?
I should do it
The
reversed.
victim's fatal injury has yet to
Are you-
be determined, correct?
Was that...
The explosion didn't kill
I bet
her
I should
for
do it
sure.
reversed.
I guess.
Get good,
Well,
scrub. I'm
yeah,
thinking countless
she
wounds
was
on
already
something.
Totally dead
No,
when that
I'm gonna
happened.
try it reverse. I'm
And
gonna
it
try...
wasn't because of the knife,
Watch this.
right?
I bet this is it.
And then
This,
there's
I
only
don't
one
think it has
other
anything to
thing.
do with the runes.
Oh, yeah.
Watch this.
According to the Monokuma file,
I bet this is
that's
it.
gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I don't think it's the knife, because we're right. It's not the knife, but it also wasn't the explosion. So for the same reason, it could be more than one thing. Which only leaves... So the hit
Then
on the back
shall
of
we
her...
continue
Here
the
we go.
debate?
Here we go.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be...
No, that's wrong.
Why does it have to be a certain... Okay, we're good. I feel like...
Mukuro died
They should
because
contradict
the blow
both
to
ways.
The back of the head she suffered.
All I'm gonna say. Feel like they should contradict both ways.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body?
She was an
They didn't have
ex-soldier.
anything to do with it?
She was the ultimate
The
soldier.
Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back
Thank
of her
you,
head
thank
is
you.
what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
Thank you for the work, Jimmo. You got good and are no longer a scrub. I'm glad to hear you think so. It really warms my heart that you think that.
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How
Interesting.
is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
Yes.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Toko, chill.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
Calm, Mammon.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Yo, Toko is doing the horny face a lot more often.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapon. Titanium arrows. How about these? Go to horny jail. Save? We're fine.
I got it!
See?
Mukuro was hit in the back
chicken!
of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Fucking chicken.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Very smart.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. You're really trying hard to lose points here. The woodblock key and the bloody duct tape.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Yes.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Duct tape
No,
together.
it's wrong. You're right.
That one was a lot
Just
faster.
the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Or maybe they just wrapped the arrow in duct tape
Inside
and
the
started
dojo
bonking them
locker,
with it.
we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind
Or that, yeah.
multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Although I don't understand why you wouldn't just stab him with it.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
You're really trying to just... Okay.
One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Where's the stutter?
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
And here we're going to explain why it's Kyoko.
it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
The locker room key.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Byakuya, chill.
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It must be connected to that dojo locker. How about the key?
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is... right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
What was in your room?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
He was protecting me. Then does she mean... she knew while I was being attacked? and she came to my rescue. Could that be when... What you mean the Kyoko? She killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Oh? What? Byakuya should know better than anyone. What does that mean? Oh my god, is Byakuya about to die? This game is over for me when she dies. Oh boy. When the body was found.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Oh yeah?
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
Yeah, he would.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Oh my god. Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean... Oh boy.
Spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Uh-oh.
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof
Yeah, they literally
that you
told the
aren't
answer.
culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
God. Oh, no, left the locker key in my room, but I gotta take. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Shoot.
I smooth brain
words
that.
you just
The
spoke.
problem is I don't know what to
What do you mean?
contradict. Like, they basically said, oh, look,
Exactly
he's
what
got
I
the
said.
locker key.
I'm
Or he's got
not
the key.
killer.
Like, okay, great.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Oh, shut
Is
up.
that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Which is tough.
But could I really have done that?
Wait, Kyoko gave her Minuki Byakuya, right? Which would mean...
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
There it is.
No, that's wrong.
There we go. Break.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
I keep doing them in the reverse.
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Yeah, but she had the key that opens up every door in the school.
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
That's false.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there
That-
myself.
That's false.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Did she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that... So, should I save now? Or should I save back? Should I not save again now? Because now... Okay, cool. Because I feel like this would save a lot of time if I save now. Yeah, everyone's saying save. Okay. Save there in the 30 slot. So that's our backup save, right? That's our in case something gets corrupted save, and then our regular save, which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trapped. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trapped. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if the risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not... Run away? My guess... Just a thought. Is that runaway is probably a dead end. But I kind of want to run away. I want to see what happens if I run. No, running away isn't going to solve anything. I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. So this whole game has been talking about trust. Okay? The whole time, it has been, can I trust you? Why should I trust you? Trust in me, trust in you, okay? But yeah, that lasts a while. So, pursuing the lie would not be trusting Kyoko. Will wifey let us down? We're gonna let it go. Let it go. Because we cannot hold it back anymore. And we'll see what happens. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. Okay, well now I'm starting to already believe. You planning on getting both endings? Either way, I was planning on getting both endings, yes. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned. Dead end is pursue lie. We'll get the... Wow, I really did that? Okay, sweet. I'll pursue the lie after we beat the game. Because I'm pretty sure it has to be short, right? Like, it probably just goes, you should have pursued. I mean, I can just go back and do that right now. No, I'll just do it right now. I'll just do that right now. For fun. Real fast. No, too late. We're doing it. If it's really fast, we'll do it. Don't bra me. We have to get both endings. Mastermind's trap. We're gonna skip all this because I've already read all this. I mean, obviously. Boop, boop, boop. Don't add you. I'm not adding anyone. We're gonna save right here because this is way closer, a lot less to skip through. All right, let's pursue.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
I just want to say though, the first time I actually did get it right.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko's definitely lying, and that must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Make your argument. Kyoko's account?
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room...
Clone?
How else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
No. Kyoko herself told me before the trial started that she had stolen something very important from the headmaster's room. Yeah, okay.
I didn't have the key to my room.
Boop.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
Takes
So
you 10
I
times.
couldn't possibly have
Shut
gotten into
up.
my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Okay.
Someone other than me
We'll just
must have
Kyoko's
put it
account.
there.
We'll
That's the
Kyoko's account
only
the second one.
explanation. I didn't have
I'm just
the
not
key
good
to
at
my
this. I'm
room
sorry. I can't find the
because
contradictions.
I'd given it to Byakuya.
That backfired.
There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Here we go.
No, that's wrong. No, Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it.
Huh?
So I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't, Kyoko? You really
Rip.
aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Oh boy. Wait, what? Are we gonna actually see like a friggin' murder or some shit like that? Hold up. Huh? Brilliantly right. We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Oh no. Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh boy. Huh? Yo, why can't she just get up? Besides Monokuma, like, killing her? Oh, I really don't like this. She looks utterly terrified. Nor did I like that sound. No likey. And that's how the class trial of Mikuro Ikusaba came to an end. I hate this just that. Oh, I hated that too. That was terrible. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me, I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Makuro's class trial, and in the end it would just prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace and exchanged the lives of all the others. You think the baseball one was the worst? I don't think the baseball one was bad. I think that one was bad. Oh, poor Hina. Oh, no. What happened to Toko? Also, I gotta say, Fireworks' hair looks way better with his hair back like that. Yeah, big yike. Big yike. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. This is hope? me. Oh, I don't like that at all.
No! This isn't right!
Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Well, that's right. I have to. Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? Yeah, how many times can I go through this circle? You spend all your time trying to avoid danger. Yeah. Let it go. I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I don't know if you ever find out what happened to Toko. Oh, damn.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
Relax.
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
That is true.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
Oh, boy.
It had to be Makoto, right?
Hold up.
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Come on, everybody.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Oh, my. With the C rank. I wonder which one that was. I ended up getting the A.
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Oh boy.
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Pause, champ. Pause. Pause, champ. Also, here we see the beginnings of something truly sus. Oh boy. You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yes, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. You didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that is sus as hell. Why? Yeah, I'm sorry. How could they have gotten that right both times? Yes. Whoever was going to get voted yes, it was going to be considered the would have been the correct answer in air quotes. Actually, no. I bet the reason... I wonder if Kyoko was off exploring just so they could get rid of Makoto or Kyoko. I wonder if that's why he had his body is all, available for Byakuya to find. And then Makoto, he knew was sick. It's just like all the other Clash trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills!
It's time. Oh boy, it's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Oh jeez. Makoto has been found guilty. Time for punishment. This is so sus. What the fuck? Hold up. Hold up. It's the same thing. Yo, I bet the machine breaks. Because we're the ultimate lucky student? Come on. Yeah, luckiest student. Here we go. Yeah, that desk would crush your skull, though, when you hit the bottom. Hold up. Oh. Chihiro. That's funny. Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be. Alter ego? Alter ego? Is this some kind of stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you'll never gonna see him again. To waste away in the garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the only one. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other... The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend the school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way is if you scouted by the school itself. What's up, Clone Trooper? And staying there at the gate to the ultimate school filled with ultimate students was me. Yeah? But what? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on the top of a hard wooden desk. Oh, you just paused? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were saying I fucked something up. I was like, wait, there's no way. It's still going. My body felt heavy. Oh yeah, pause champ. Yes, sorry. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Melvin, this is the correct ending, so there's no way this is fast. Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across all the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in, but that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what good friends went through to save me. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. This is the good ending, Melvin. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend, and with that, my pursuit of survival began. First was to start looking for a way out of there. Well, it's probably the door. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless, too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but there's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was the only way to preserve what little strength I had left and not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky, however. What fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. Gah, crunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
This place smells awful. I like the hat. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What were you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Oh, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, it's not such a bad thing to be good at. Let's keep talking. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything, so you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. It's the reveal, guys. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did. Once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory what my purpose was. No memory, that's impossible. Amnesia? Then is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted when I woke up. I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. When I woke up, I noticed the strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. Since she had the key, I hope she has the key still. It would be very embarrassing if she didn't. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. It's probably how we get out. Unless she just pulls out magical lockpicking abilities. But I feel like the key would be a better way to explain that. Are you saying that you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I could come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow that would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you.
However...
And it could also mean... somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things on myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, then we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just my intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here.
What does that mean?
It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I've never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigation on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. No way! I'm shocked. How surprising. Even if I didn't remember that, it's one of the 3 things I remembered. If you haven't guessed it at this point, that's probably on you. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, now this part I don't remember. There was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Nani? What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad? Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll
find a way. Huh?
No
matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point. When he said that, I felt strange. It made perfect sense now, of course. Since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
Listen, Mikoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers jumped on the floor. Gonna go to bed? See you, Melvin? Good luck sleeping. Enjoy that sleep. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Makuro's profile on that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for facility use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that was true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever is going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important, and really ominous.
However...
No cameras, no monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mikuru Ikusaba, doesn't
However...
it? Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And all I know, and I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her? What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of this class trial of Mikuru Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed.
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew that they could not interfere directly because of the school regulations.
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules. With the rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound to the school regulations, which means they're probably a student.
Hey.
There's one thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mikuru Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mikuru may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim.
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during that night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. So you can see who's gonna fucking die? And I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away, and as I followed it, I saw them shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the mass assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And the murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mikuru is also the mastermind,
Indeed.
right? I don't know if we have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. That's really bad if it's true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but does that mean they can create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mikuru. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mikuru was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. I don't think the Ultimate Despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the Ultimate Despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking
That's
about
right.
whatever happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the Ultimate Despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group comes only purpose... That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the Ultimate Despair, and that is our real enemy. Well, goddamn. The Dream Island Rocket. The Ultimate Despair, a group of people who caused the tragedy. Pause. We have two options. I'm going to put this to a chat vote. I can go for another 15-ish minutes right now, and then wherever we end after, let's say, at 11:45 my time. I know I started late, and I'm sorry for that. And tomorrow will be an early stream, and it won't be Danganronpa. That enemy made Radical 6. Stop! But, we can either go 15 minutes, or we can pause now. In a totally... Oh, no, clone. I mean, like, it's gonna be, like, 4 o'clock stream. Either RimWorld or... Maybe I'll play fucking Amnesia, who knows, do a Halloween stream. And something like that for a little bit. Oh, you were talking to Mike, okay. Hey, thought you were making fun of me for saying to start earlier. Continue since last, we'll do 15. We'll do 15 minutes, so at 11:48. Doesn't matter where we are, this could be interesting. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together the Killing Game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Right now?
Anyway...
Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. You're right. Kyoki, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you used to get that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Yeah, make sure you're able to use it on that door, right? Hey, Kyoki, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took the key out of the Monokuma Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole, and then... Click! Yes, it's open!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Oh, it's already in deadly life. It's not. We don't have school life. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. Yeah, that's ultimate everything. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed in the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. 5 ultimates. I think so. They teased me so. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. I believe 6 people left. Also, real quick, I would like to say that this ladder is not OSHA compliant because there is more than 15 feet tall. As a vertical ladder, then it has to have a rail guard attached to it. And without a rail guard, you must, you have to have the rail guard for... I can't even keep going. I had to do OSHA 10 training. But basically, it's if the ladder's like 15 feet tall or 10 feet tall or something like that, you have to have a rail guard on it. I give my life. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Yeah, it's like I think it's a 15-foot ladder or something like that. You have to have one of those back guards on the back, and the idea is that if you fall, you can kind of catch yourself behind you. Also, they're following 3 points of contact, so they're climbing the ladder correctly. Your talking will help keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Also, by the way, Soybean, that won't apply for you because you're from Canada and OSHA standards don't apply. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Too bad she isn't going first. Big rough, Andy. I'm sure this was well planned out. Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Oh, but how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Canada doesn't exist, it can't hurt you. You'd have to go more than enough of a distraction to go for miles. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned. I can't say it's entirely rational. But if it's our family creed and we do what we must to protect it, because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains... North is only the United Maple States of America. Canada can't hang true. Yeah, that's a good point. You're right, Bean. You can't compare to the U.S. Hey, everyone in the U.S. When you're from the U.S. and you're talking about people within the U.S., you hate the U.S. Like you hate the government. Like everything's wrong. But as soon as a European or anybody from another country starts hating on the U.S. is like, the U.S. is the best country in the world. Let's go. Just how it is. Only the U.S. gets to shit talk the U.S. Yes, Clone Troopers got it. Anyway, back to the game. Before I came here, when was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up on that I gave some of that... God damn it. I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that was how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reunited with him after all these years, right? You'd have so much that you want to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I wanted to talk to my father about. There's something I want to say to him, though. Well, what? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Why not just don't talk to him? Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future, but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. Okay, yeah, no, honestly, going to find him just to tell him to fuck off, I respect this power move. He went to my grandfather, and then had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name, so every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I had gone with him, I would never have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's why anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
There's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about getting left behind. Like I said, I thought it was a good thing.
However...
When the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow's been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. U.S. citizens roast the U.S., complain about every single fucking thing wrong with it. U.S. citizens something... Please tell me this is a picture of that eagle with a rocket, like a fireworks rocket in its right hand, standing in front of an American flag, wearing an American flag, like, superhero costume with the cape.
I'm not gonna stand here and listen to you badmouth the greatest democracy the world has ever known.
Hold on, I'm sending that to a couple of my friends. Yo, we need a clone trooper quote section in the Discord. And I want to start it with that one. Hold on. Holy shit. Clone trooper quotes. This won't count towards the time. I'll do another 5 minutes. Thank you, clone. The skirt equals the story. It's plot. Thanks for the skirt shot this whole time. Hey man, I'm here to please the people. Oh, I need to watch that video again. Hold on.
I'm not gonna stand here and listen to you badmouth the greatest democracy the world has ever known.
His face is like 4 pixels. And 2 of them are his mouth moving. We're not bullying you for being Canadian, we're bullying you for being the United Maple States of America. Huge difference. 1140 clone, 1140. UMSA. I don't know why I expected anything else. I don't know either. Our only true connection is through blood, nothing more. Oh, you said your time. Sorry. Oh, you said his time. That's why I was confused. Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul?
Hey.
No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. Let's get to the top of this ladder. I was so shocked to hear something like that. I don't know how to respond, so instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Where do we end up? Where do we end up? Looks like this is it. On the other side of the door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember the hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that this was where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand and pushed up against the hatch. This would be so sus. I would hate this. Pushing the hatch up while you're staying on a ladder. Up like a... who knows how long trash chute. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back. She got that cake. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope Speak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I would never have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I would never have imagined that's where this led. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so that might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
And let's just get a concrete answer, huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed out the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What do you think is going to happen, isn't it? Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment when the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help us with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. We don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Let's go to the gym. Go this way, through the store. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Nighttime. Daytime. Oh, by the way, guess what time it is now? That's 15 minutes. So, we're gonna call it here. $11:48 p.m. Sorry, bud. This is so perfect of a time. Because you know what that means? Everyone wants to know what happens next. I want to know what happens next. We're not going to do it tomorrow because I can't stream during my regular time because I've moved D&D to Wednesday. And that's not fair to everybody. You know, I can't just all of a sudden stream 6 hours early. So, except you because you know. Aha. So tomorrow will be some other game. Who knows? Yeah, perfect. You see, works out, Andy. It'll be some other game, RimWorld, something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll play Hearts of Iron and just chill, Factorio, something like that. Then Thursday, Billy, I deserve that. Then Thursday, maybe I'll fucking download ESO. If I do that, Billy, you are welcome to join me on stream and play ESO with me. Yeah, it just depends on how much time I have and if I have the disk space for it. And if I remember my account details. Lots of stuff involved with that. But, otherwise it'll be RimWorld, something else like that. We'll activate the fun stuff. You all can try and kill me with tornadoes. Possibly Factorio. Maybe we'll play Amnesia. Who knows? Thursday, we'll come back with this regular time. So be ready. Be excited. But seriously. I've been feeling the itch. I want to do those arenas. I can get to not cause a nuclear holocaust again. Hey, I didn't touch anything besides Toxic Fallout because Toxic Fallout is just not fun to play. It's not fun to watch. Like, it's like, oh, haha, it's Toxic Fallout, and then it's just over. You'll download ESO again? I'll have to make some room for it. I'll have to move some stuff around, but I probably am. I've been wanting to do those, like, that arena where you do, like, the 15 fights in a row. Like, it's the 12 or 15 arenas or 12 arenas or something. And I've been wanting to do raids in some game. And the Division, the raids just... Like, I'm good enough to do it, but the teammates I play with are horrible. You added the Jimmo stream? Oh, let's raid him. Let's go. Let's raid. Let's raid Jimmo. Speaking of which, real quick, before I go, if you're new here, consider following. If you're not part of the Discord, please consider joining the Discord. You get all updates on when I'm going to stream, when I'm late, all that good stuff. Plus, we have all sorts of other great stuff. If you don't want to do either of those things, that's fine, but I implore you, come lurk in Jimmo's chat. He's currently playing Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade, and he's a really good guy. Pinocchio, but Jimokio. Perfect. Really great guy. A lot of fun to watch, and I really recommend you go and chill, hang out, and say hello, because I asked you to, really politely. So you have to now. That's how that works. Alright, I appreciate you all. Have a good night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and peace out.